you are able to create a completely new shared eLocker while you are on the iPad. But to do that, you actually need to go through the web browser on the iPad, whether it be Safari or Chrome or whatever browser you use. Log into StudyWiz as you would on a normal PC or Mac. And while I demonstrated to you earlier, if I was on a Mac or a laptop, I could simply go to the Create option and choose the shared eLocker over here on the right. I could do that if I was on a full-blown operating system, but there is a little bit of a glitch here I find with trying to select or change the class. It doesn't always work effectively and won't select outside a particular group. So that would work fine, as I demonstrated in an earlier video, within a laptop or PC environment. But in this instance, what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is another way to create a shared eLocker. And that is to click on the Learning tab, to select the particular class, and then under Folders, and there are no folders within this within this group. So to create a shared eLocker, it's like a brand new resource that needs to sit within a folder, which sounds a bit odd, but it's considered a StudyWiz resource and needs to sit within a pre-made folder. So I click on Folders, and I click on I already have a shared eLocker, by the way, sitting down here, as with every class. But in this instance, I want to create a second shared eLocker. So I click on Folders. I click on Create a Class Folder, and I'm just going to call this one Demo. And it really doesn't matter because this particular class folder doesn't appear. Then once I've created a folder, then I can create the new activity. Then I'm able to come down the bottom here and create a new activity. And that new activity will be the shared eLocker down here. So I select shared eLocker, and once I've done that, I give it a title. So in this case, I'm just going to call it 1, 2, 3. I've spoken to you about this section here, which is quite important, which is the read-only, if I only want them to take the files that I distribute, which is the next one down, which is quite important, and the default setting, which is where you would like students to not only extract the files that you or take the files that you distribute, but also to submit back in their Dropbox. And the third option involves students being able to take the work that you drop in the read-only section, submit work back to you for assessment and review, but also it enables other students to view and download their work. So once I've done that, the only mandatory field really is the title up here. So once I've done that and I've selected the permission that I want to put on that folder, it's really just down here in the bottom left, I click Save. And that way I've created a new eLocker. So if I go into my eLocker now, you will see a new shared eLocker. And you can see it sitting here straight at the top. Shared eLocker 1, 2, 3. And if I was to click on that shared eLocker, I would have a Dropbox series of Dropboxes for the students who were in that particular class already. And that's how you create a shared eLocker, a completely new shared eLocker with a complete new series of Dropboxes for your class by using the iPad and the browser that's on the iPad. So in fact, there are two ways to create a shared eLocker. One within which I think is by far the easiest on a laptop or desktop, which is Create Shared eLocker. But if I'm trying to create it on an iPad, I need to open the folder first, or open the class first. Once I've done that, I then need to create a folder and then create the shared eLocker as a resource within that folder. A little bit complicated, I know, but that's probably one of the more difficult aspects of the StudyWiz eLocker 2, being able to create your very own shared eLocker.